Hello and welcome back to the end of another week. It's Sunday and I am traveling to California on Tuesday. So this is it for at least right now. I'm only going to be over in California for 10 days. So I'm not sure if I'll post next week, but we'll see. As you can see, we are still surrounded by corn, but over there, you might not be able to tell, there was a cornfield up there, which has been plowed today. So now the field over there and the field up there and the fields further down the street have all been plowed. So I'd like to think we're next on the docket, but I really have no idea. Out in the garden, I've basically just been cleaning up, doing a lot of prep for my trip. So I got a little metal chicken since I don't have any real chickens yet. Yeah, I mean, nothing much is happening. Well, I mean, there's stuff happening. So I kind of like staged that area for what I hope it'll look like later. I actually dug up one of these out here. They're called like tobinors, or sunchokes. So I dug up the one here, and those are some of the roots, and then there's some more roots in the house. I did not know, but apparently they actually really like moisture, which is great because I screwed up all of these beds. Because when I looked into it, people were like, oh yeah, you know, mix 50% compost and 50% of your dirt and you'll be all good. Except for our dirt is like mud, quite literally. Like it's the soggiest mess ever. So all of these beds are a soggy mess. I had the tomatoes in here, and I know tomatoes like moisture, or like water, so that's good. And these sunchokes apparently also like a lot of water. So that worked out well because it actually gave I probably have like another third of that in the house that I cleaned up. I found out before eating them, I found out that they're actually also called lovingly fartichokes because apparently they give you a lot of gas, and that is very true. I've discovered that I actually like eating those raw, but you don't want to eat too many. Again, whenever I'm trying a new food, like I always Google it and figure out like, okay, I planted this and I grew it, like how do I eat it? And online, one guy mentioned like, oh, it's like 30% or like, yeah, 30% this inulin stuff. And I guess that's what gives you gas. So it's like, if you eat like maybe up to 100 grams, you shouldn't have very bad gas. So I actually tried eating like 50 grams raw, which was really tasty. It tastes kind of like jicama. To me, it tastes like jicama. It still gave me gas. So if I want to eat it raw, I'm going to have to just suck that up. Otherwise, apparently when you cook it, it kind of tastes like artichokes, which is why it's called sunchokes. But I digress. I did pull up some of the plants, some of the aubergines and the peppers, because I had gotten like some of these pots here. So those are my last two peppers that are going in the house with the other ones. And then it's not actually going to be as cold as I thought it would be during my 10 days away. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these in place. And regardless, I might actually leave them in place and try to actually overwinter these in the ground. Because ultimately the weather here, people call this area like the California of France. Because it's beautiful. Look. But also because the weather is actually very temperate. I will say, like 100%, it is way more dynamic than California, or at least where I lived. Like the San Francisco Bay Area definitely more dynamic here than San Francisco Bay Area. But yeah, a lot of days, you know, we have blue skies, plenty of clouds, lots of sunshine. So that being said, apparently we're not expecting a frost maybe until like January at this point. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, look, I also started remulching. So I cleaned up the hot mess of beans that were over there, and I got all the beans processed, so that's done before I leave. All of this mess is just going to stay in place. Eventually those kabocha squash are going to go into storage somewhere for the winter, and I don't think these zucchinis are going to give anything else, but I don't have enough oomph right now to like clean this up. Because I'm traveling, I went ahead and got my flu shot and my COVID vaccination, and that like made me really sore the next day. And even today, I think I had those done on Thursday, but even today, like my neck is super tense, and I don't know if I'm just anxious for travel or if it's the vaccinations. I'm gonna blame the vaccinations for now. But yeah, this is on ice again. I feel very accomplished having dug it up, but now I'm tired and I'm kind of taking a break till I get some more oomph to keep cracking on that. I did kind of start breaking up the stuff, but it's a lot of work, and as you can see, I have a lot more to do. So for right now, this is just kind of on hold, which is fine. My goal for today is basically just like, you know, cleaning up some of the mess so that it's not a mess when I'm gone and Francis doesn't really have to worry about it. As you can see also, we didn't get around to doing the fence. He did kind of mention about maybe doing it while I'm gone, but ultimately I think we're expecting quite a bit of rain, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that. We did get some rain. It hasn't been pouring, but it's been raining enough that I haven't really been out in the garden as much as I wanted to be out in the garden. But yeah, it's pretty low. But these things are great because since I'm not going to be here, I can empty it. And when I get back, that'll give me an idea of how much rain they actually got here. So yeah, things to come. Tuesday, I leave. My flight is out of Po at 6:30 in the morning, so we'll be getting in there at 4:30. And then I go to Paris. And then I'm actually going to San Francisco so that I can actually land in San Jose in the end, since I'm staying with my kids and my ex-husband. So they can pick me up in San Jose since that's where they live. And hopefully everything here will be just fine. I'll walk down here and show you the saffrons. They were very short-lived. So I think last week I was really excited because I had a bunch of pretty purple flowers here and we were collecting saffron. But now we're basically just down to like the one, which I've already harvested the red things this morning. So they're pretty, but yeah, they once they're open, they last like 2 days max. So yeah, that's it. Next week is all going to be in California, so I'm not sure if I'll do an update. And when I get back, the plan is to shake a leg on the orchard because it should be cold enough that I'm not going to worry about accidentally waking up the trees. And then doing more planting. I have down over there, I have some leeks that are ready to come up here. I have fava beans that I want to plant. I have no idea what else I want to plant. I want to get some carrots in here actually before I leave. And you can see like the shallots came up I was a little worried about them, but they were just all slow. And my red onions have come up, or at least are definitely starting to come up. So they were just a little slower than the other ones. But yeah, I think that's it for this week. So I'll leave you with our corn and our sky, and I'll see you next week. Bye.